Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is Sonja from A-Power Confidence Coaching, Resilience Building and Mind Freedom. Let's just give it a couple of minutes to see if people are joining in. I will also, whilst we're waiting for people to join in, I have just posted the relevant link as the first, which will appear as the first comment in this live video. So today I want to speak about something people keep asking me about. There is a lot of confusion out there in relation to what the difference is between consulting, mentoring and coaching. And also myself, I see it a lot. Let me just turn this off. Also myself, I see myself a lot that there are many consultants out there who work with small business owners and business owners in general who claim to be coaches. I think coaching has become a term which people got used to, and also professionals got used to using without really knowing what the difference between consultant and coaching is. But as a result, unfortunately, it's creating a confusion amongst the people in the public. And I think it's really, really important to clarify what the difference is and to outline what a consultant does, what a mentor does, what a coach does, and also what you can expect from these people and what you shouldn't be expecting from these people. So if you look at the trio, let's call it trio: consultant, mentor and coach. And I've on purpose indicated this direction because a consultant is somebody who is giving you something like a tool, a program to follow based on his or her own experiences and successes in life. And especially you get consultants in business and they say, you've got this problem, I've experienced this problem or a similar problem in the past, and I've developed this program, follow it and you will be fine. And then they just pass it on to the relevant person, the business owner who is speaking to them at the time, and they just go off and are expected to implement the steps, hoping that they will work. So consultancy or a consultant does a work which is very much directive. They tell people what to do and give them a structure, a program, which people are expected to following, hoping that it will work for them. A mentor, on the other hand, is somebody who is giving people advice based on their own experiences. Essentially, that's what a mentor does. So a mentor wouldn't necessarily give you something like a program or a number of steps to follow in order for you to become more successful in business or in life in general. But it's somebody who sits down with you, who has worked in a similar sort of era, or rather in a similar sort of business segment, or even has had a similar profession to yours, experienced similar challenges, and is expected to give you the advice based on his or her own experiences. So that's what a mentor essentially does. A mentor is a little bit more or a little bit less directive than a consultant, because they listen to what you have to say, they take on board the challenges you present to them, and they really try to give you advice based on their own personal experiences relating to the work or relating to the businesses they have run themselves. So mentoring is less directive than consultancy work, and as a result, it's a little bit more empowering than consultancy, because the recipient, the mentee, actually gets the feeling that they are listened to in terms of their own challenges, and they feel, if a mentor does it right or correctly, that the advice is really structured to their own personal situation and also their personality. if, if that's applicable. Now, coaching is something which is the least directive form of intervention, if you like, intervention at all. Coaching is essentially an empowering conversation between two people who are regarded to be on an equal level. A coach doesn't give you advice based on their own life. A coach doesn't give you a plan to follow, a structure to follow, or steps to implement. A coach helps you to find your own answers, because a coach believes that you are the expert of your own life and you are the expert of your own business. And if there are challenges in your life and your business, a coach will help you to eliminate everything which is not serving you and put things into place which are serving you and will be serving you in line with your goals and the speed at which you personally want to grow. So a coach doesn't enforce certain steps or structures onto you which are not in line with who you really are and which are not in line with your personal expectation. Also, a coach is somebody, if the coach is fully trained, it's also unfortunately that these days people call themselves coaches and are not really trained and qualified coaches, but a trained and qualified and accredited coach knows how to elicit the information from you in a way which is empowering. And as a result, the empowerment level, if you get something right for yourself, once you implement the things you identify for yourself as a result of the coaching and the questions the coach asks you, you empower yourself as a result. If the things don't quite work out the way you would want them to, or at the speed you would like to proceed, you have learned something which on its own is an empowerment. But consultancy doesn't do that, because if something works, then you are grateful to the consultant for the results you are achieving, but there is a tendency of you becoming dependent on the advice. If something doesn't work, what happens, or the natural response is that we start blaming the consultant for having given us or asked us something to do which hasn't worked. And a mentor gives advice. Again, if something doesn't work, we tend to blame the mentor rather than focusing on what we could learn. Because as Blaise Pascal said, he was essentially a French mathematician, philosopher, astrologist, physicist, essentially a really smart guy. He said, we are generally more persuaded by reasons we have discovered ourselves than by those given to us by others. Think about it for a second, and I say it once again. We are generally more factually persuaded by reasons we have discovered ourselves than by those given to us by others. And that's essentially exactly where coaching comes in. Because a coach empowers you to find your own reasons, to be persuaded by your own reasons. Because if you see the benefits from your own understanding and you really connect with those benefits, and also a coach helps you to address your fears or your limitations, your concerns, but if you see the benefits, then you progress much more effectively than the work you would normally do if you followed certain steps given to you by consultants, or the advice you would take given to you by a mentor. I personally do both. I work with people on a coaching level where I really love empowering people this way by asking them skilled questions to elicit the information they want for themselves, but at the same time help them to progress further if I see that I have the advice they are looking for. I do that as well, but not within the framework of a coaching session, because that would interrupt the pattern of empowerment. So mentoring is essentially where how I personally came to coaching, as somebody who has had a lot of experience in business, helping small, medium-sized organizations, businesses going into companies such as Siemens, Alstom, Bombardier, and helping them to develop the businesses, especially through communication marketing, but also the interpersonal aspects. And then working with different stakeholders within the businesses. I have gained a lot of experience in business as such. I have then transferred my skill set to become a mentor, and I've done this for a while. I'm still doing it, as I'm a volunteering mentor for a fantastic organization focusing on the non-profit sector for women, especially educational aspect. And I've been mentoring women where I've been giving them advice based on my own personal experiences. But having done this work, I have recognized very quickly that many women, in addition to the advice they seek, are confronted with challenges such as low confidence, low levels of resilience, that they are essentially looking for the empowerment coaching as a tool and a program gives them. So I hope this has clarified for you guys the myths which are out there in relation to what is coaching, what is consultancy, what is mentoring, because there are so many, as I say, so many consultants out there who do the consultancy work, call themselves coaches, but as a result, people don't get what coaching is, and that there is actually something which is really much more empowering than the consultancy aspect of business program, for instance. So I have posted, that's the first comment below this video, a link to my website, to the website of A Power Free. We do personal coaching, we do business coaching, we do business mentoring. We also do a whole range of mind freedom tools and tools, techniques and interventions which have to do with low confidence, anxiety, stress levels, burnout. So I encourage you to look at the website, make yourself familiar with the different aspects of the different industries, and yeah, if you have any further questions, get in touch via the website. And I hope this has clarified the myths, and I encourage you to share this video with those who keep using the terms consultant, mentor, coach interchangeably without thinking that they are actually different disciplines and people should be expecting to receive a different service as a result. Have a great Friday and have a great weekend, and I speak to you soon. Bye for now.